Where were these when I needed them?
Nowhere to be found.
I mean, 2 extra energy tanks would have made Quadraxis a ton easier.
But I am happy because, I got the Mark of Mastery edition. And I gotta say, I do love the box it came in. And I was honestly thinking of actually turning it into a box for cards, you know?
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, those cards, did they ever release any more?
No.
Because I know there was quite a few of them. But the problem that I had with those in general, I found them online, and they worked from the computer screen. That's probably why they didn't bother releasing anymore, because I was able to just like look online.
$27.99. Dude, I would seriously give you $10 for the $20 one. That way, I don't have to buy it for $7. And then,
oh wow, there's a room we've never been in.
And then you can still actually use your Power Up Rewards card, I believe. So you would get points back if you're willing.
It would be nice because, wait, did I use any of my... No, wait, no, I didn't. I went and got $20 of Nintendo points. And I got the deal that... I'm not sure if it's still going on, actually, but if you bought Fire Emblem... if you bought... October 31st, I think it was. If you buy Fire Emblem in Fire Emblem Awakening, you get... if you register them both, you get $30 credit.
Nah.
Actually, I think it was August 31st, so I think most people are, like, boned on that now. But still, I think they did that because they were going to do a crossover or something between the two games, which I hope they release here. What's this to?
I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna be doing a game on Sideshow that I don't like too much.
What game is that?
Wind Waker.
Oh. Another missile expansion, who would have guessed?
Now I know for a fact I'm about to get a bunch of hate in the comments for saying that, but...
Who cares? We're going to be playing the game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you... in our first episode of Metroid Prime 2, I posted a thing on the bottom that actually says our like and hate for the game. Our love and hate, I mean. And that might change for Wind Waker in general. For you, it might change for me. Honestly, that is our general opinion of it at the time of...
And I have... Okay, you hardcore fans of it, and even kind of weird fans of it. Like, I was talking to Kim about it, and I told her the reasons I don't like it. She's like, "Oh, it's my favorite Zelda game. You're weird, whatever."
It's really a lot of people's favorite Zelda game because it's just that amazing.
I can understand that, and I can understand why. But part of me, for whatever reason, does not like Toon Link. I don't like the whole cartoony thing. I don't like the whole that the enemies die in a puff of smoke.
You know, most Zelda games do that, right? Even Twilight Princess does that.
Cartoony smoke. But you get my point, right? What I'm trying to convey, I guess.
I believe there was an interview back then when Wind Waker came out that said if the technical prowess was there at the time, they would have loved to have made Ocarina of Time actually look like that because that's what they were intending on doing. But obviously that it wouldn't really be able to achieve that kind of technical level.
Okay, but here's the thing.
What's this corner for? This corner just exists for no reason.
When I think of Link, I don't think of Toon Link, you know? I think...
He's arguably the strongest Link out of them all.
Arguably, and I'd be willing to debate that during...
I was going to say Ocarina of Time Link has no chance against him. Period.
Well, I was going to use different links.
Well, I'm just saying in general.
Why? I mean, what makes him so strong?
Like, I don't know, like everything in that game like just seems so, I don't know how to say it. I don't want to say over the top because it's not, but I guess the cartooniness of it kind of just shows like how much
eyes more power.
Yeah. I'm not really sure how they exactly go on about explaining that. Speaking of which, we've been talking about random stuff, and I've been looking for, is there a portal in this room? There is a portal in this room, yes. So, let's start from there, and work our way
once
over.
Once again, say what you will about it, you know? And what you think, if I'm in the wrong, blah, blah, I don't care. Okay? I am going to say that, once again, right now. I don't care if you think I'm in the wrong.
It's an opinion. If people like snap at you over an opinion, then they're really.
This is the internet.
Yeah, it's the internet, but still, it's your.
And we're on YouTube.
It's your opinion of a game. I mean, people can sit there and snap at reviews, but in reviews in general is their opinion of the game. You can have a completely different review of it.
Like the critics' most recent review as of this recording was Bridge Terabithia or whatever.
Everyone loves that movie.
And I'm going to say this.
I want to say everyone.
I'm going to say this. The movie, to me, still seems interesting. I would like to actually watch it, you know?
I remember watching it way back then, and I remember it being a lot better back then. But, but looking at it now...
Fine, that's the entire point of nostalgia.
Yeah, but
here's the thing, and I am going to say this: warning, spoilers for maybe the next 2 minutes.
For Bridge to Terabithia?
I guess. I don't know. I can understand the content of the movie. You know, it's something that we all have to deal with ultimately, and the fact of life. What surprised me though was that, what was her name, Leslie?
Yeah.
Died. That, I will say, would probably be...
That was a really big heel face turn out of nowhere. It's like, goodbye, let's draw out this scene. Oh, your friend's dead.
Yeah.
What?
But it was a shock, you know? Because this is a Disney movie. And the kid is rarely going to die, you know?
Yeah, it seemed like overly shock value on that one.
Yes, and how did he say she died? Did she drown or...
She, the rope broke and she drowned in the river.
Yeah, but see...
You remember that, like, whole, like, nostalgia thing where they're, like, sitting there, like, hey, I'm
whimsical, whatever.
Whimsy.
Okay, now, hear me out on this. A river is survivable. So I don't think it was the fact that she landed in it and drowned that killed her. And say what you want, I don't care once again. What I think might have happened was probably a little more brutal, but they couldn't say it. And let's face it, it's in a ravine, you know? Mm-hmm. It's down there. She had to have hit her head on something. And it either killed her instantly, or knocked her unconscious, and she drowned that way. Because... ultimately, you know those people who run rapids all the time?
Yeah.
If you fall off the boat, you probably have something to help you other than the knife vest. Something they tell you. Like, you know how when we went on that cruise, they said if the ship were to start sinking, jump as far out from the boat as you can if you have to.
Yeah, so you don't sink under the boat.
Exactly. So if you're on a rapid run, there must be something else you do, like, well, obviously keep your head above water, but, like, make your body limp, or try to stay afloat on your back, or something like that, if your life vest should fail. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, in general, I can go on a river right now. I am perfectly capable of swimming. I can drown in a river. Even though I'm perfectly capable of swimming, say if someone fell in the river and I went to save them, and the push just got too strong for me to handle, I could drown in the river. I could drown in the river naturally. Pretty much anything can happen. It really just depends on the circumstances.
Yeah, but you still get what I'm trying to say. How might actually be something else that you could do.
I guess so. Let's see.
But that's just me. I could be wrong. I could be talking out my ass. I tend to do that, but I stand by what I say. Because both of them don't seem like complete fucking idiots,
Mostly.
Tell idiot, goddammit! But you get my point,
Yeah, that movie in general had its problems, but then again, a lot of stuff does. But going back to Wind Waker, you said your biggest reason for hating it is because you don't like the art style.
Yeah, I don't like the whole cartoony aspect.
That's a lot of people's reasons for not liking it. But other than that, most people just don't care, and they love
okay. Some of
they love the story in general.
Is that it takes place in which timeline? Child Link?
Adult Link.
Was it the Hero of Time wins or fails?
Wins.
Okay. Now, here's how I feel. A lot of people call it epic, or however you want to put it. And that is that it's a continuation of the Hero of Time defeats Ganon story. Somewhat. Except now there's been, maybe, I don't know the story. But the world is covered by water now.
Basically, the world floods over, and it's essentially, if you really think about it, it's a post-apocalyptic Zelda game. The world is completely flooded over. Pretty much people are living on top of mountains.
Yeah, but another post-apocalyptic Zelda game would probably be Link to the Past.
Not really, because
the Hero of Time fucking failed.
Yeah, but it's still Hyrule. There's really nothing wrong with it. There is a dark world, but it's not a dark world until Ganon screws around with it.
Okay, fair enough. But if everyone's safe and stuff, I won't call it too much post-apocalyptic. But another problem I have is it feels like we're trying to build off the Hero of Time's success. And when you think about it, isn't the Ganon you find at the end the one that the Hero of Time banished to the...
I believe so, yeah. But then again, usually it's the same Ganon. I say usually, not always.
Yeah, but in this case, we could assume that it is that Ganon. Whereas the one in Twilight Princess might not be. I don't know, I haven't been in Twilight Princess either. I don't even know if he's the final boss.
There had to have been a point to me even...
but it's something that makes sense. The Master Sword got shattered?
No, it didn't get shattered.
It didn't?
Nope.
No, it was the Triforce, right?
The Triforce of Courage, that makes perfect sense.
Well,
the first Zelda game...
What makes perfect sense is the Triforce gets shattered all the fucking time. So yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Well, not even the fact that it makes perfect sense. The first ever Zelda game, you're hunting pieces of the Triforce.
Yeah.
The first Zelda game.
Now,
you know what I find funny about the whole Hero of Time failing timeline, though?
What?
Most of my favorite games are on that timeline. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Once I found that out, I'm like, wow. You got Zelda 1, Zelda 2, got Link to the Past, Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons, Link's Awakening. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's funny because my favorite Link is the Link to the Past Link. Because just like all the, like, it just seemed like
it's all dark, it's all gloom and doom kind of thing. It's a dark storyline.
Well, not, I think Twilight Princess was more gloom and doom than anything, really.
Yeah.
But still. Another missile expansion! I'm finding every single missile expansion looking for these skis. I'm gonna laugh if we have all the missiles and every single power-up just looking for these dang things.
Yeah. Okay. But like I said, I feel like they're trying to build off of the Hero of Times story. Well, they kind of are, but it feels like... How can I put it? It's hard to describe.
If you really think about it, most of those other games have been made to build off of that story in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, but it feels like Wind Waker is a, hey, this happened kind of sequel. And it ultimately comes down to, oh, well, something. I don't know. I don't feel like thinking of it. But it's a post-apocalyptic world, kind of.
It really is. I mean, every, like, civilization is living on top of mountains.
And then the Kokiri are now tree people.
That actually completely works. Evolution.
Not really. From what I remember, didn't what's-his-face, the Great Deku Tree, say that they were always like that? I know he said something along those lines. I can't remember.
So I have no idea how I'm going to reach that, but I'm going to try.
And that the Kokiri that the Hero of Time knew were the ones that are with them right then and there, but were in disguise. And remember, the Kokiri do not age. At all.
Okay.
They also don't die.
You're really not giving any, like, help to your point at all in this regard.
My point is, how the fuck did the Kokiri change like that? You know? And another thing, that one girl with the fucking beak in her entire species, where the fuck did they come up from and what the fuck were they?
Zoras.
Are you shitting me? Zoras would thrive in that world. And they turn into bird people?
Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much, that's the theory upon that one. Because, most of, like, the crests and stuff like that have the Zora's logo on it. So that's... I'm not sure if the Hyrule Historia actually explained that. But the reasoning around that is that they're, like, freshwater. And they wouldn't survive in a saltwater environment.
Okay, I can get that, but... I don't know, part of me feels like they would die out before they could truly evolve into bird people, like they did.
I mean, if you really think about it, you're talking about fish people that evolved into birds. Look at dinosaurs. Look at what things like the T-Rex and the raptor evolved into.
Supposedly. But then again, you're also
talking about everything is supposedly nobody really knows.
Yeah.
Unless science proves it, or religion proves it, or anything like that.
Yeah. Were Gorons in the game, or did they just completely fucking die?
I don't recall seeing any Gorons in Wind Waker. I do recall them seeing in the Phantom Hourglass, and also, Phantom Choo-Choo. That's what it's called, Phantom Choo-Choo. There's no way around that, it's Phantom Choo-Choo. Phantom choo-choo.
And
okay, I'm gonna keep taking a look around.
okay,
here.
by Phantom choo-choo, I could understand. Actually, you know what? I think I know what they would. I can understand where they might actually hide, because there's not a second entrance to it. Dodongo's Cavern. There's no second entrance to it, and if they sealed it up, they have more than enough rocks to live on. That's where the food source comes from, you know?
Pretty much. But I can't really disprove that one or whatever.
Well, no,
really
remember how
know.
you had to beat King Dodongo? Just so they could fucking eat again?
He's King Dodongo being in there. Okay, let's see if we can find at least one more key.
Yeah, I'm sorry, this is kind of trying out. We've actually had some decent conversations this. But, anyways, do you understand my reasons for not truly enjoying Wind Waker?
I mean, you're talking about evolution and a bunch of other stuff.
But the fact that a Zora becomes a fucking bird makes no goddamn sense. They would convert to freshwater, saltwater, faster than they would ever turn into a bird.
No, they wouldn't.
Look at a fucking salmon!
Look at a pterodactyl. You know what a pterodactyl is?
Yes, it's a fucking flying dinosaur.
You know what it is now?
A bird.
No, it's not.
What?
It is a lizard that walks on land, I believe. It looks funky.
But look at a salmon, and we're also assuming that
This is a giant room, so maybe it's in here.
we're also assuming that they can't go between salt and fresh water.
From what I remember, I don't recall ever seeing a Zora in the oceans in any of the games. I've seen them in water, but I've never seen them in oceans.
But we also don't know if that's salt water or fresh water.
It's salt water. It's a giant ocean. That's just kind of obvious.
Well, no, I mean when Hyrule flooded over.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's salt water. It's just really kind of obvious. I was gonna say if it was fresh water, then it wouldn't really be that much of an issue. What am I looking for in here? Because I fell off a ledge and I don't see anything down here whatsoever. Is there anything down here? What is the point of this room? Oh. Is that really like just one? Oh, okay.
But
Hey, not. Ooh, that's. There's a door I haven't been in there.
we're also assuming on this. We're also assuming that a Zora can't convert like a salmon can, you know? I mean, let's just assume for a second they can. They're water-based, and I truly feel that they would probably convert to salt water.
They wouldn't. Period. Nothing will convert into salt water. They can't thrive on it compared to what they would with pretty much everything. What's this?
But answer me this:
Sonic Boom.
A Zora survives by breathing air. They can hold their breath, yes, but they also come up to breathe, right?
I don't
They
think
can
so.
do both.
Well, now I got the Sonic Boom, so I think I believe I have. I have no idea. I got all the upgrades now, finally. Yay. So let's get out of this room and find those dang keys. Alright, let's see. I have no idea where any of them might be, so, I think there might be one in that room, because that room has, like, that squarish shape to it. That usually says, hey, there's an item in here.
You want me to go get my Hyrule Historian and look through it now, or?
I'd say you don't need to.
Alright. I just feel that the Zora should thrive.
Fish would evolve into birds faster than they would evolve into something that can survive in a different hostile environment than what they're used to. It's not even it's not even
proof that the Zoras can survive.
It's not even adapting to it.
Fucking Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask. Let's see.
That was an ocean, a saltwater ocean.
Yeah, but they lived in a fish. They didn't really venture out much.
But the fact is, that's no proof that they could survive in it, if anything.
Yeah, but you're also talking about a different timeline where they adapted differently. Well, and you're also talking about a different reality.
But, yeah, but that's still proof that it could happen.
Yeah, but you're talking about an alternate reality, that's the thing.
Yeah, but it could also come down to the fact that the writers were lazy and just wanted a new race to put in.
See, is there a way I can get in that other half of this room? Because it looked like... I wouldn't say the writers were late. What's this? There's like a giant wall here. Of course.
Actually,
really.
I have a better explanation.
Is this just an ammo room, or can I get, like, actual...
You're in a post-apocalyptic world. Instead of having the species that would survive the absolute best in said world, why not create a whole new one that could also survive? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Do I agree with it? No. Because I'm actually fond of the Zoras. I like them. I have always liked them, and they have, honestly, always been one of my more favorite species in the Zelda universe.
Which is hilarious, because in the first game, they are hostile to you. Found another key!
You forget, I've never played or beaten the first game. Well, I played the first game, but I'm always so confused by it, because... let's face it, it's a really... It was the first game, and I think it deserves to get a remake. You know? It
technically has had a few already, but I don't think any of them would be official remakes. I mean, you have the version for the satellite view.
No, I'm talking about like a 3DS or something remake. With
I'm standing on one of these things.
Nice.
Anyways, for now, next time on Sideshow, you will find more of these keys. See you guys then.